Morning, everybody. This is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and this is our Get Started call. So if you're new to us or if you just want a refresher on what's going on, this is the call to be on. As the website says here, we can help you get buyer leads and seller leads with or without listings. Now, we have a lot of ways of doing that. We get leads from social media, we get leads from Google, we get leads from print mailings. We even have e-flyers you can blast out on your markets or on your CRMs and get things out that way. Got a lot of PDF guides, 80 PDF guides. We have unlimited landing pages, and we create all kinds of automated marketing tools around your listings. And if you don't have listings, we even create content that can help you capture leads about real estate as well. So there's just a whole lot in here that you can use. And we're going to go over it today. Before I log in, though, and take you in, I do want to point you in the direction of a couple of resources. One of them is our YouTube channel. And our YouTube channel is where we have all of our classes that we record, just like this one, and they sit here, right? And after we're done recording this, it will be sitting right here. And there are three that I go through. And let's look at it here. The one that we're doing today, which is Get Started, I did here about 2 weeks ago. And then I also do Facebook and Google ads. And this one here says Deep Dive. This is actually an interesting call where I'm actually doing a one-on-one with an agent who is trying to do something and wasn't quite understanding. So I actually answer a lot of questions. If you want to learn a lot about Facebook, that's a good call, that deep dive. Over here, the fourth one 6 days ago is top tools to get more listings. And if you want more listings, you definitely want to watch a couple of versions of that. And then this call here, which is Facebook and Google ads. Now, Scott did one over here 3 days ago on how to market an open house and get more listings and more buyers. So we're always doing classes every week. I highly recommend, if you're new to us, that you check out the recent 10. By the time you've gone through 10 of these, and believe me, it's a tall ask. These are all about 50 minutes or an hour long. Some of these are 4 minutes long. And I know that's a lot of time, but the thing is about listings to leads is it's definitely helping our clients capture leads and grow their business. But the only way they're able to do that is to learn how to use the platform. And so if you really want to know how to use it, this content is right here on our YouTube channel. I definitely recommend that you get familiar with it. I'm going to send you this link right now to everybody on the call. So it'll pop up in the little chat panel there, and it should be there now. Now, this other website, leadgenwebinars.com, is where you sign up for our live classes. So I'm going to send this to you as well. And as you recall, today is Get Started. On Thursday of January 4th is Facebook and Google. So we're going to take a break for the holidays. And then I'll be doing top tools for more listings. And then we're going to do a new one for listings to leads for lenders. That's where you sign up for the live classes. If you don't have time to meet us during our schedule, get on our YouTube channel and see them there, right? Let's close this. And before we go further, I want to make sure, if you are a client, please get yourself into the mastermind group. Okay. It's on Facebook. And if you're not in it, you will not be able to find it. You will not see it because it's a private group. Trying to get there now. I'm not sure what's the problem with my mouse here. So this is our mastermind group on Facebook. It's where Scott and I talk about what's going on. It's also where our clients sometimes ask questions, right? Here's directional open house signs and where to order. Not even quite sure what that is. But people put stuff here, and there is actually something that I'm going to bring us back to here regarding the top way to get more listings. But there's a lot of great content. I definitely recommend, if you're a client, that you get in here maybe 5 or 10 minutes a week and just see what people are doing and what questions they're having, because it's going to give you a lot of ideas of what you can do. And if you're going to get distracted, I will tell you this lady's name, Pat Motley. You want to find this article in our mastermind group. I'll come back to it later, but I know everybody gets busy and distracted. This is a really powerful way of getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. Okay. And we'll dive into that a little bit later when we get into that part of the presentation. Let's let's go check out a couple of other things before we dive in. This is a report that I get. I get it along with Scott every Monday, and it's got just some ideas that I want to share with you before we dive in. I mentioned at the beginning that we have a lot of landing pages, and this is showing us who's capturing the most leads. So you may not be aware of this, and when I start get going, it maybe doesn't make a lot of sense. But here we can see Kevin and Danielle captured 10 leads in the last 7 days. This is an online sign-in form for a open house. It's just one of the many tools that we have that captures leads. Over here, this person is also using an open house feedback form. So if we click here, we can see this. And people are basically all over the country using these tools for marketing their open houses. That's when you set an open house in our platform, we're going to email you a half dozen tools, right? You're going to get all kinds of tools, and your goal is to use them. If you use them, you're going to be capturing leads, and ideally you show up right on this list, just like here, right? These people over here have a virtual tour that we created. Oh, that's funny. So they're actually capturing leads from our blog posts. So we do create automated blog posts. I don't even talk about those anymore, but that's capturing leads too. So that's awesome. So there are a lot of ways of capturing leads. This is a single property website. Let's have a quick look here. Captured a few leads there. I think the listing disappeared. That's not the actual place. But as you can see, there's just lots of ways of capturing leads. And we want to make sure that you're aware of that, because I get the call like, hey, how do you capture leads? Or what do you sell me leads or things like that? And we've never been in the business of selling leads to people. We have been in the business of creating tools to help agents advertise and to capture leads. And these are just some of the examples in the past 7 days of what's been working. A bunch of open house marketing is what apparently people are doing. But let's log in and let's look at what you need to do to take care of or manage, give me a second here, listings to leads. And since this is get started, I want to take the next few minutes to actually show you what you need to do to get started, to set up your account. Now, when you sign up, there will be a wizard that pops up right in front of you, and it asks you some questions. And it's really a rehashing of this section here, which says account setup. But we add a lot of things in our system, and this is basically not 100% of setup. So I want to talk about 100% of setup with you guys. So if you've even been a client with us for months, you may not have a bunch of things turned on. So let's get into the profile and let's talk about it. So the profile is down here by the bottom left. It's above your photograph. Auto posting is here. So when you should come here right away. Ideally, you connect your social media accounts. We added Google recently. If you have a Google business page over there on Google, connect that. We can auto post content there. The first thing we show you is we're going to be auto posting listings. So you don't need to worry about it. That's just going to happen automatically. But one thing I want to point out is we also create home valuation landing pages that we can auto post. You do need to turn this on. And you could tell us, hey, do that once a week or every other week or once a month. Down payer assistance, another landing page for first-time home buyers. You can customize those landing pages. I'll show you where they are. But again, you turn it on, tell us how often, and then new construction. Now, new construction, I'll tell you, we give you a landing page automatically for that. You can customize those to some of the local projects that you've got. And then we would, again, be auto posting it if you turn it on here. The other thing that you do in the profile is you set up your CRM integration. So you'll see a lot of the APIs from some of the top companies. Your CRM may not be here. And that you want to check with your CRM and see, do they have an email for you because a lot of companies like Follow Boss would have your name with 10 digits behind it, just random numbers. And if you send leads to that, it would be like Vince123987 at followboss.com, they would know to take that and drop that automatically in my CRM. So if you don't see the API on the left here in that white column, then go talk to your CRM and see if they have an email like this. And if they don't have either this API or lead forwarding, it's probably time for you to start shopping for a new CRM. Okay, so that's what you can do there. Let's go over to account real quick. Preferences. I will point out this because this kind of throws me. Oh, it's not here. It's in a different section. This is for the techie people. I know not everybody here is super techie, but pixels, if you have pixel codes from Google or from Facebook, you can embed them here. And then that allows, that will teach our system to follow the people and have people, your content following them as they're searching around the web. So that can be really useful. One thing here too is your appearance. This is where you connect your logo and then you can change your colors. You'll notice that this is gold up here. You can change that just by clicking here and choosing the colors that meet your branding. And then lastly is lead gen signature. This is something that you can embed inside of your email. So if you're using Outlook or you're using Gmail or you're using whatever, you can drop this, you can embed this in, and then it will live there every time you send an email. And you'll notice that you can get your free home value here, right? You'll notice here, you can click for your reviews. So if I click in here, it'll actually open up our reviews page where all of your reviews are and a lot of other cool stuff. I'll show you where to customize that review page, but that's all in the lead gen signature. Okay. And that's in your profile. So these are the things that you want to set up on your profile. I'm going to go here to the navigation bar on the left, and I want to talk about the things that you need to set up. We'll go upwards. Lead links. Now, lead links I clicked on, and here it is. Lead links are links that show up on the sides of your property. And I'll point out where they are, but it's important that you understand what these do. And one of the things is you're always going to see something that says free home values. And I'm going to see, it's a default link and it is pointing to let me see if I can find it where. Interesting. This is our test account and we have so much junk in here. I can't think what it is. But when you log in, yeah, it looks like free home values like this. Okay. So when you check the box and you can see, I got plenty, so many, you should not have this many. So we've got 4, right? Search all homes for sale, down payment assistance, new construction, and free home values. And free home values is pointing to an instant home valuation page. Okay. We set that up for you automatically. And I want to say this for those of you who are in office accounts. If you're in an office account and this link, free home values, is pointing to a landing page, that landing page is pointing to it. That's the office landing page. So if you're part of a team account, you need to go over here, click edit, get your own home value page from your own account and paste it here and then save it. That way, when your landing page is capturing leads, you're going to see that. Now, you'll see that up here. We'll go look at that landing, but up here, there's a section called landing pages. That's where you get the page that's designed especially for you. If you're a single agent account, that's automatically default going to you. So let's go up here, bots. I don't really get into bots too much. These are like the instant chat bots. If you see an ad or you see a web page, I think this is something that just agents get confused on. I don't see it generating so much leads or converting leads to such a high degree that it's worth the headache. But if you're super techie and you're one of those agents that don't sleep at night, you might have some fun there figuring that stuff out. Text IVR. This is where you can have a sign writer that says text this number to that number for instant information. This is an upgrade. This doesn't come with the account. It's an additional $10 a month, but these numbers stay with you. If you're printing sign writers, it's a smart thing to do. And we also, if we're doing auto posting for your listings or you're running ads, we always embed those because a lot of people see these things on mobile and just from their phone, they can say, oh, I can text that number to that and I can get information on this house or this page or whatever. That's going to be good for you because you're going to get leads instantly with phone numbers. You're going to know what they're looking for. and you're going to get copied on that information. So I definitely recommend having text IVR. Up here, your leads are here and follow up. So I mentioned earlier that on the profile, you can connect your CRM. But if you don't have a CRM, click on follow ups right here and turn these on. Okay. And we'll give it a second so you can see what it looks like. We have follow ups. We have a drip campaign for buyers and we have a drip campaign for sellers. And we even have them in Spanish. So if you've got Spanish speaking markets, you can turn those on there. And that's the follow-ups. It's drip campaigns. Refer and earn. If you're talking to a lot of agents and you want to give them a longer trial, you'll get a rev share on that. And then client reviews. So client reviews I was talking about earlier. Remember I said this is embedded in your lead gen signature, which you can always be emailing out. And here it says add reviews manually or import them. We can import them from Zillow, from Google, from Testimonial Tree, but you might have someone like Yelp and Facebook, so you can manually copy and paste them over. Then here is the actual client review website. Okay, so this is a little less about setup here. This is an actual tool. This already has our reviews pasted in. It has even a marketing plan. It's our listings to leads marketing plan. That's part of your account. So you can bring all this to the table when you're helping somebody sell a home. You might want to check this out. It's a really nice marketing piece. If you want to snap in a video of somebody talking about how awesome you are, you can do that right here. We're going to get into our PDF guides, but we have all of our PDF guides embedded right here, right? And if I want to download one for free, I just got to give you my contact information. Okay. So for buyers or for sellers, all of the listings in your account are going to be right here on this same page with all your reviews. Okay. And here, this is what the single property website looks like. And it's got all kinds of lead capture here, but it's really about the home that you're trying to sell. So that's all on your reviews. Also, our favorite landing pages are here. We're going to dive more into those in a couple minutes. And then some social media content that we're posting. So this is just one website that's almost like a website. It's got everything that you need, and everything that's on there is designed to capture leads. That's the client review website. If you get a review from a client, copy that link and put it on Facebook and tag your client and thank them for that review, because all their friends and family are going to see that they reviewed you. They can go here and read that review if they want, but there's obviously now a whole ton of information that's about you and to help you capture leads. So take advantage of the client review page if you are capturing reviews. If we keep going up, we're going to look at the landing page section. And the landing pages, you get unlimited landing pages. Okay. When you come here the first time, you get free home values, you get down payer assistance, and you get new construction. Now, this free home values is not what comes out of the box. Let me click on edit. I want to show you what this looks like, because this does not look like that. Let's remove this. This is a nice picture. Scott did a presentation last week. I'm going to remove that and show you what the default looks like. You might think that's really nice and that's pretty cool. I like it. But this is what the default landing page, what is your homework, looks like. And I want to point something out. If this doesn't look like your neighborhoods, you might want to change the background picture here, right? And you can do that by clicking on edit and tools in front of it and uploading a picture right here. If you're in Florida, it may not look like that. If you're in Arizona, it may not look like that. If you're in Seattle, Washington, it probably doesn't look like that. There's just all kinds of places. You can make this custom to your area, and that's going to help you out, right? I do want to point out, so you start getting familiar, if you click advanced options on any of the landing pages, you're going to see all the marketing tools. There are print marketing tools. There's auto posting. There's even e-flyers. So if you want to blast it out on your CRM, you can do that as well. Okay. So when you're creating these landing pages, you have the ability to market them, to get people to those landing pages. I do recommend, if you have new construction, that you take a minute and edit this. And when you edit it, you can actually customize it. You see here, it says, we'll give it a second to open up, but it says, hurry, incentives end soon. And so a lot of people who are building new construction, they're trying to get the stuff off the shelves. And you get new kitchens, you get upgraded stuff, you even get buy downs on your loans. So you can create custom content over here. It says custom countdown counter here. That's related to this. So you can customize these things so that when this report gets auto posted, or if you run an ad, it's going to help you get more leads. So one thing that's really important about the landing page section is there are all kinds of landing pages that you can create, but you should definitely be clicking Property Valuation Plus and typing in the name of your favorite town where you want listings. Okay. So you type in the name of your town, you spell it correctly, you capitalize it correctly. It's going to create a landing page and it's going to look pretty generic. It's going to look like this. Okay. And let me just tell you, generic doesn't work when you're asking people for their address and contact information. So the first thing you want to do when you create that landing page is you want to edit it and you want to put a photograph of something that looks like your area. Okay. That's what's going to get people more comfortable, especially if they don't know who you are, to give them their address, give you their address and their contact info. So don't run out with that coffee cup and laptop. It doesn't do great. Then we got social content. I'm going to skip social content real quick because I want you to see the page up above. It's called PDF guides. And I just want you to know that there are PDF guides. We're going to dive into a little more when we get into how to actually get leads with these PDF guides. But there are 80. Now, in the beginning, when we went to the profile, I said, get your logo in there and change your colors. All those colors, your logo and your photograph are all going to flow through every page of these documents. There are 80 PDF guides. There are 40 for buyers and there are 40 for sellers. Okay. And if you want, you can click here on market and you're going to see we've got the ability to run Facebook ads, Google ads, social media posts, which are free posts, and e-flyers. So blast it out on your CRM, print flyers and door hangers. All of these options all capture leads. Okay. So if you don't have listings, you got 80 different opportunities that you can get out there in multiple ways and start finding buyers and sellers. Okay. So now that you know that PDF guides are here, let's click on social content on the left, which is right on the left. And social content is basically free content that we'll put on your socials automatically for you. So you want to come here right away and set this up. When you come here the first time, there's going to be a button and it says connect to your social media. You can connect to all your social media accounts. Then it will say, how often do you want us to post? You could say once a week or 7 days a week or any mixture of that. And then it says topics. And there are a lot of topics. There's over 50 different topics: home design, home maintenance, outdoor living, and fun, mean kind of stuff. But I definitely want to make sure that you all turn on PDF guides for sellers and for buyers. So get some of this fun stuff down here, but get these things here are going to actually capture leads for you. If you're in the Spanish speaking market, we'll post those up there as well. And we write a little blurb there about it. If you're turning these on, then I definitely want to make sure that you're using link in bio. And you need link in bio if you're using Instagram or TikTok. So imagine this. We just turned on the PDF guides to go to my Instagram, right? And there'll be a picture. It'll say, hey, we're talking about curb appeal. But you can't download it on the actual post on Facebook because that's not how Facebook works. What we're looking at on the right here is what we call link in bio. And you can copy the link here and you can embed it on your, on your Instagram profile. And whenever we auto post a post to your Instagram account, with a PDF guide will always say, check out the link in profile. Check out the link in my profile and go download it. And what we're looking at here, I can actually download it from the link inside my profile. If you look through here, you're going to also see that your review page is there, your client review page there. There is a marketing plan, all your listings. So this is all embedded now in your Instagram profile. You can also use this on TikTok, but we don't have auto posting for TikTok. But if you're sharing real estate related things, you might want to say, hey, check it out on my profile, right? This is all about your real estate lead capture here. So you set that up, that's social content, you're good to go. And then the last thing to connect is ads. And let's wait until that opens up. When you come to our ads page the first time, it's going to have one big blue button and it's going to say connect to Facebook. And so you click it, it's going to say, is this you with your name? And there's only one option. Yes. Yes, it's me. You want to click that because the second page will show all your business pages, your real estate business pages. And you say, yeah, I want to reflect those. And at that point, the page will flip around. You'll say, okay, and done, and come around. And these two buttons will be there, Facebook and Google ads. Okay. None of this will be down here because these are old ads that I've run, right? There'll also, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to highlight it now. There's a faded green bar here. There will also be a yellow bar for you. Okay. And that yellow bar will say, click here to accept the custom audience terms. And you definitely want to click that because you want to use custom audiences. So you click in there, it takes you to this hideous page on Facebook, but right at the top, it says accept. Click accept, come back here, refresh it, and that button will now say activate retargeting. And you definitely want to activate retargeting. I'll show you what that means, but we're just talking about setup now. Okay. Now, at that point, you will see three buttons. You'll see one to create an audience, this blue one here. But the Google one, if you click on it, if you click on any of these options, it's going to ask you to subscribe. I'm subscribed, so it's actually giving me the place where I can create an ad. But the Google software is an additional $30 a month, and that allows you to run ads on Google. This is really important if you want high quality listing leads. It's an important part of that. Those leads are expensive. We'll talk a little bit about lead cost, but I'll point you in the direction of where to find out more about that. But Google is the number one website in the country. And because of that, they charge the most. You can run ads on Facebook and on Google that are almost identical, but the cost of those leads can be double. But the upside is the quality of the leads are much higher from Google. So you can tackle that when you're ready to go. At this point, we have covered everything. I'll click on listings real quick. When you go through the setup wizard, it asks you for your email address that's in your MLS. And that tells us to sweep all the listings associated to that email. And if you have active listings in your name, and they're not auto sweeping to your account, go down here to the bottom left where it says support and say, hey, here, I have an address that's active, a listing active on this address. Could you help me find it? And then they'll go find the right email and they'll put it all together so that your listings are auto flowing here. And now that we're on the listings page, what we have completed in the last 15 minutes is setup. So you now know everything that we've done to set up all the automation, turn all the bells and whistles on. And now we should talk about marketing. What can you actually do with this? Okay. And so in that perspective, just at a high level, I want to remind you, if you didn't figure it out when I was talking, marketing your listings is going to help you get buyers and sellers. Running ads on Facebook and on Google are going to help you get buyers and sellers. I did show you the PDF guides. You know, there's a half dozen ways of marketing these now. You're going to get buyers and sellers. Social content, especially if you turned on the automated PDF guide stuff, you're going to get buyers and sellers. And landing pages, as there are all kinds of landing pages. And yeah, you're going to get buyers and sellers with all of those. So there's 5 different kind of places here that you can get buyers and sellers with. Okay. A lot of agents will sign up They'll get a listing and the only thing they do is they market their open house. That's it. They don't even know everything else that's going on. And that's funny and sad because if you used our tools in the right way, your business would grow. We have so many examples of that. But let's just go click on market listing. I actually have an open house here, and this is a social media post. And a post is different from a social media ad because a post is free. And when we post it, you can see here we posted this in October, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They're all there. We are posting a listing landing page. Okay. And the listing landing page has a little timer. It's telling you, hey, you got to click. It's getting ready to go. And that's great, right? So if we have an automated post that looks like this, what happens if I click over here? So I'm going to click here and it's going to show me that, yeah, here's the post that we did for you automatically. Now, this is by Facebook and I have it turned on to like dark mode. So it looks dark. There should be a photograph here. My browser's probably getting filled up, but when we click on that automated post, it drives us back to the landing page that I was showing you earlier. And what I'm trying to get to is, oh, I see. I see, having a timing issue here. Let's try that one more time. Tell me I'm going to get an error again. All I need doing a live presentation. That's timing out. But the point is that should be driving to our landing page that captures the leads for you. Social media posts are free. Facebook and Instagram ads, these are paid for. And because we've connected or you connected to your Facebook ad account on the ads page, you can now just click here and click, boom, create an ad. This is going to get leads with name, email, and phone number. If you like leads with name, email, and phone number, use our Facebook ads. That is the fastest way and cheapest way to get leads with name, email, and phone number. When we look at a lot of the other tools, we're pointing them to a landing page where they have to type things in. You will not get phone numbers in the volume that you get from running it out on Facebook. I know some of you want to market homes because that's a necessity for your homeowners, right? To get leads, right? And sell that home, find buyers. But if you want to convert a bunch of buyers, you want to convert people, you definitely want phone numbers in those leads. Our Facebook ad software gets that. You can share tools on the seller social media. We email this to you, read the instructions, send it to the homeowner. This is going to give you high quality leads that look more like referrals because the only people that are seeing this are their friends and family and colleagues on Facebook. So definitely use that. The nearby homeowner letter. If you're writing anything down, write these 3 words down, nearby homeowner letter. This is the number one tool for capturing listing leads that turn into listing contracts. Okay. There are a lot of ways to capture listing leads with listings to leads. They don't convert at the same capacity as the leads that come from this piece of paper. Now, we've only got 30 more minutes, even 25 minutes to talk right now. So I'm not going to give you a deep dive on that story. I'm going to remind you to get yourself into our mastermind group and look for the lady's name that I mentioned earlier, which is Pat Motley. And she has put something here in September. And she told us, hey, I sold my home now and I'm mailing this letter out. This letter is this letter. And this letter is called the nearby homeowner letter. And it's under every listing. If you're just listed, open house, just sold, under contract, it's updated for every status. Okay. So what she's telling all of you is that, hey, I customized this a little bit. I even printed on the back and I triple folded it so that it looks like an envelope and I hand wrote the envelopes. Okay. She mailed 100 pieces when she had the thing just listed and another 100 pieces when she had the property sold. And if you read through the notes, you'll notice that I asked her recently, she has 8 active listings. 7 of these people are calling her on the phone. Okay. This is from September till about 2 weeks ago. We're right now in the beginning of this from September 18th to about December, the beginning of December. That's from 200 pieces of mail being sent out to a list of homeowners. That is here. Now she's doing it. I showed you that she did it by hand, right? She printed on the back, she printed on the front, she handwrote the addresses. Pretty awesome results. I know a lot of you won't do that, but this has been our top tool for many years. And so we launched a partnership with a company called Express Copy. So you can go learn how to create an account here. But this is pretty awesome because if you click print and mail and you're connected to Express Copy, I'll show you what it does. You can click this button and you can say, hey, I want to do a 1 mile radius, 100 pieces. Boom, submit order. You don't have to touch this. They're going to download this themselves, which is the same letter we were looking at earlier. Now, the thing that's different here is you're not able to customize this. Or what Pat was doing is she took this letter, she customized it before she printed it. And it had all kinds of, says 20 homes sold within 1 mile of your home and the high was here, right? She was making that really speak to that local market. With this, you can't do that, but you don't have to touch it. You don't have to fold it. You don't have to stuff it in envelopes. They're also not handwriting envelope addresses for you. So you can probably not expect to get the exact results as Pat here, but it's going out automatically and it's going to people who have owned their homes. So if you have a little more money and less time, this is a really smart tool to get out. All right. Nearby homeowner letter. We have an electronic version called the eFlyer for your database. If you have hundreds or thousands of leads, copy the code here, drop it in your deal. If they click on those photos or those links, they're going to come buyer leads. We're always going to say that's going to affect your home value. And so they can click there and become a seller lead. We create single property websites and virtual tours. We have short form video scripts. So if you're familiar with video on social media and you want to be active that way, download this, read it a few times, whip out your smartphone, read it again and record it, and then upload it up to your favorite socials. I mentioned at the very beginning of the call, I was saying, hey, we've got these people capturing leads. This is the tool that they were using. It's called the open house sign-in form. As soon as you save the open house, boom, we email you a stack of tools. If you want leads for that open house, I recommend you use those tools. We have postcards with call to actions on the front and on the back, right? On the front, go check out this house at that web address. On the back, affects your home value, get your free home value. Sign writers, if you're doing, remember I mentioned use our text codes. Here, you can text this number to that number. You, agent, will get a lead with a phone number in it. You'll know what property. You can also use our QR codes, but you won't get a lead. You won't get a phone number with that. You won't really be notified unless they go to the mobile optimized website that the phone will take them to, and we can capture that lead there. What I'm trying to tell you is I know everybody's excited about QR codes since COVID, but text codes get you phone numbers. If you like leads with phone numbers, I highly recommend you choose that. And then there's Craigslist and blog posts. Go on your settings, connect your YouTube channel. We'll auto post our virtual tours to your YouTube as well. So that's listing marketing, right? We talked about PDF guide ads, and so we'll look at that so we know, or PDF guides. So we know we can do that here. There are 80 of them. You're branded on every page. They're all like 5 or 6 pages long. You can focus on buyers or sellers. The social content, we talked about that. We talked about the fact that we can create landing pages. What we did not talk about are ads. And ads are really important because this is how you get in front of people who you don't know. They're not following you on social media. They're not in your CRM. How do you get in touch with these people? How do you let them know you're a realtor? You click on our ad software or our ads page. And in this section, we have ad software from Facebook and from Google. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Google is the number 1 website in the country. Facebook is the number 3 website in the country. Okay. Now, there is a big difference though. A lot of people spend a lot of adults spend time on Facebook. They spend time looking at cats and their friends and their relatives and what they're eating and their grandkids and all that. So this is a good place to get leads, right? And I mentioned earlier, we can get you leads with name, email, and phone number. So it's really a great place to get leads. And they're not terribly expensive. But Google is where people go when they have a question, right? I don't go to Facebook and say, "Hey, what's the best car should I buy?" Or where's a home for sale, right? And all that questions happen on Google. So you want to be on Google if you're going to be in this industry for a while, right? Because that's where the biggest players compete. They're buying keywords. And so we'll get into that in a little bit. But before I dive into this Facebook part, I want to remind everybody about our fancy YouTube channel over here, because I actually go down deep on Facebook, some really advanced questions here, top tools for more listings over here. I actually focused on seller lead cost versus quality. That's something that you want to see. And then this is Facebook and Google ads, which we're going to talk about today, right? We're going to talk about right now. But if you want more listings, you probably need to watch a few versions of both top tools to get more listings in Facebook and Google ads. Because whenever I do a Facebook Google class, I really break it down and I say, hey, this is what you do for buyers and this is what you do for sellers. And I go in depth, right? And you want to learn how to do this. Now, I think I've got 15 minutes here, so I'm not going to be going in that much depth, but I'm going to give you some highlights, what you need to think of. Click on Facebook and create a listing ad if you need buyers. Have a home that's open house. Have a home that's coming soon or for sale. I'm going to do a just listed. Okay. And I will tell you this, I think that open house ads get more leads than just listed ads. I don't know why, but that happens. Okay. When we clicked on the property, it totally writes the ad for me right here. Your ads will not be sponsored by the best listing up here. It'll be sponsored by your business page. Okay. And it'll be a $35 ad and it'll run for 7 days. On average, buyer leads cost $3 each. Okay. And what does that mean? That means if I run this ad for 7 days and I put 35 bucks, I'm probably going to get 11 leads and I'll have a couple bucks left over, right, in my account. That's what that means. All you have to do to make this happen is click publish. And that's how easy it is to run an ad on Facebook. There are things that you might want to customize. This is the actual text that people will read. If you click in here, you could say, hey, great schools or new kitchen, right? Or whatever, right? Boom. And that's how this is the fastest way to get buyer leads and the cheapest. And these leads come with name, email, and phone number. So I highly recommend you doing this if you want buyers. Okay. What if you want sellers and you just want to use Facebook? You got a couple of options. You could do a landing page on Property Valuation Plus, which is those instant home value pages. I will tell you this, for many of you, this will not be effective. This will not work. This will waste your money. And I don't want to see you waste your money, because if you waste your money, you're going to go, oh, these guys are listings to leads. They suck, right? And we don't suck. We just know if you want to make this work, there's an extra step you got to take. Normally, if you run an ad, you would type in, you can see this is for the city called Orinda. I type in Orinda, you would think, okay, this is going to work, right? It's not going to work because it's going to overshoot and overspray. What you need to understand is when you're looking for listing leads, you cannot target with the default settings of Facebook. Okay. And that is really the story. If you go over here and you watch my classes on top tools for more listings and on Facebook and Google, this says customizing Google ads, seller quality. I go into this fair amount. Probably Dominate Farm Markets is going to tackle that. Bare minimum, there's a magnifying glass. Type in custom audience. This is what you want on Facebook. And I definitely recommend that you do this, that you create custom audiences of your major towns, right? So you want a list of homeowners that you upload into Facebook and you target them on Facebook of people that own a home in Orinda. I've got a page here talking about Orinda. I'm targeting Orinda. You wouldn't target it here. You'd click here, turn it off, and you click on retarget current leads. And then you would type in L to L and you'd have a custom audience built that says custom Orinda homeowners. That's how you target, because you buy the list from somebody else and you upload it in our system. It lives in your Facebook account and you will always be able to target these people. If you're going to be in this industry for a number of years, you want to figure this one out. That's remind.com or redx.com. And I'm sure there are many other companies that will sell you that data set. Build that into your Facebook account. And you do that right here where it says create audience. There's a blue button. Let's do that again. You know that there's a create Facebook ad and create Google ad, and there is a create audience. Create audience creates an audience inside your Facebook ad account. And many of you are building your business in 4 or 5 or 10 different towns. You want to create an audience for each one of those towns. Orinda homeowners, upload it. What is use this format? This means that your spreadsheet should look exactly like this with those headers in that order, nothing more. If it doesn't look like this, it's just not going to work. But then you upload it, you import it, it lives in your Facebook account, and then you can start running ads and targeting. So we've talked about running landing page ads. There are lots of landing pages, new construction, you can create custom ones, but also we've got PDF guides. So I mentioned that we have 80 PDF guides. Here you can run ads on Facebook and you can choose any of those 80, either for buyers or for sellers. The nice thing about this is that you're going to get leads again with name, email, and phone number. That's what lead ads means right here. Pre-populated forms. Okay. When it gets to converting leads, it's easier to convert a lead with a phone number than it is to convert a lead with just an email address. Okay. So that's why I am telling you, use that. Right. And I might type in here, Orinda, just like I have that other page. So if you're building an account, if you're working on a farm market, let's just say that Orinda is mine, you want to run different kinds of ads in that area. Hey, I've got an open house. Hey, I just sold something. Everybody in Orinda should see that. Oh, I've got reports on real estate, on probate, on short sales, on all kinds of things. If I'm targeting that farm market, that's how you work the farm. Okay. Now you don't have to run ads. They cost money, but there are free tools. There are print tools. You can door knock. You can blast things out on email. There's other ways of doing it, but you want to use our tools because everything I've been showing you here today captures leads. And that is the whole point of Listings to Leads. Okay. That's Facebook. There is a section to create a custom ad. If you are not familiar with really what's under the hood of Facebook, I suggest you just ignore that and you focus on listing ads, landing page ads, and PDF guide ads. Over here on Google, I really recommend only 2 kinds of ads, a landing page ad and a PDF guide ad. And I really recommend that you focus. I'm going to click here and I'm going to do an ad on Orinda again. If you want listings, let me try to make it clear. I don't really recommend you use Google to find buyer leads. I just showed you on Facebook how to find buyer leads. Buyer leads are going to be expensive here on Google. I mean, if I can get them for you cheaply on Facebook, why wouldn't you do it? Also, I know I'm going to get you name, email, and phone number from Facebook. I'm not guaranteeing that on Google Ads. Google Ads, let's just look at it. Okay. I've got an Orinda landing page. You can see on the right, that's the preview. It's telling you what it's going to look like. And I'm going to say Orinda because that's what I'm targeting. And boom, publish. What does that mean if I publish? It means I got a $50 a day budget for 7 days. That means that you can be potentially spending $350. And that's a lot of money, right? What happens when they see this ad? They would click on it and they would land on this page. Okay. And this is a landing page that we created for you. And if I type in my address, let's try to do that here. I'm not quite sure where I am. Oh, there. Get value. A lot of people will give you their address, just like I did just now. Yeah, I want my own value. Yeah, let me do that. Okay. So I click and I get the address and now we're like, hey, your value is ready. Click right here Give us your email address and we will give you, and tell us why. Just thinking about it. And now we'll view the report. We'll give you the information. If they don't give you their address, you're not going to get that information. Okay. And that's a problem. They can download reports. They can see other homes sold. We give you a high, medium, low. This comes from onboard infometrics, not Zillow. It's a range. It's not answering the thing, but we also build in these things like, hey, do you want an exact number? That's an appointment with you. So we're doing that from Google, which is the number one website in the country. What I want you to understand is, I mentioned earlier, these leads are expensive. This kind of ad in Dallas, Texas the lead costs $30. You remember when I told you a buyer lead cost $3 on Facebook? Now I'm telling you 30 for one lead for a homeowner in Dallas. In Western Pennsylvania, those same leads for homeowners cost about $22. And in Utah, they're about $17. In Vancouver, up in Canada, north of Washington, these leads cost $200 to $300 each. Okay. So I don't know where you guys are sitting. You want to test this out yourself. You want to understand what is going on. And one thing that you should all do when you're thinking about Google is you should go to the number one website, google.com, and type in, how do I sell my home, or homes for sale in my area, and find out who is buying all this area here, right? These sponsored ads are your competitors. And if I click through here, I'm going to chew up somebody's money. So I don't want to do that. But I can tell you, they are pushing to some sort of website that's going to give them a value. Okay. Any questions about what I have said, or even things that I may have not said that you have questions about? I'm not really hearing anything. I'm going to jump out of this account. We've got 5 minutes. I'm going to just show you one account, and all they do, I showed you all kinds of things you can do with our system, but all this company does is they run ads to get buyer leads. Okay. Now they're unusual. They have an expansion team. It's with Keller Williams, and they have a bunch of agents across North and South Carolina. And this guy's role, all he's charged to do is to get buyer leads for those agents. Right. And I want to show you this account because it's definitely going to be helpful for you to learn what Facebook is about. These guys are unusual. They pull listings out of their offices and they run $100 ads, multiple ads every week. Okay. And they spend about $100 per ad. So here we see 550 ads. This is over the course of a year. Spend $53,000. They've got about 15,000 buyer leads. Okay. Also worth noting, 3.4 million impressions. This means their logo and brand has been seen on Facebook in North and South Carolina almost 3.5 million times in the course of a year. Now that's pretty good, but that's a lot of ads and that's a lot of ad spend. You agents will not have that kind of budget, but you might want to think, wow, where am I going to get my brand and people to know I'm a realtor? Right. I think Facebook is a great place to be consistently running ads, is my point. Now, I wanted to show you this because you can learn a lot here. This reach is telling you how many people saw this ad. 941 saw this ad. The cost per lead is $3.40 CPL, cost per lead, 12 leads. Here, 859 people saw the ad. Cost per lead, $7.77. Why is that more than that? I don't know, but that's the nature of what's going on. Why does this lead cost $2.98? 2,500 people saw it. $2.17, $2.45, $1.95, right? Facebook doesn't have a hard number like every lead costs $3. It's a moving number, a moving target. I think it's actually driven a lot by your competition. Okay. Do you have a lot of people running ads, similar stories in your area? If so, you're going to pay more. It's like a bidding process for the cost of leads. I don't see any questions. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today, learning about listings to leads. This call has been recorded. It's going to be on this channel probably this week, probably tomorrow. I do recommend you check out our Facebook and Google ads. I go into a lot of depth. I recommend that you watch this deep dive where this lady this was actually an interesting call because she had been a client for about a week and she was trying to do a couple things and she had a lot of great questions and which I don't actually have time to answer on our training calls because I got to cover a lot of material. So there's some really in-depth stuff that you can learn about our platform from that call. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you, Doug. And we'll talk soon. Get in the mastermind group and enjoy the holidays. Bye, everyone.